Your Tesla has some big hidden features that you are going to love, but only if it's not new. If you have a new Tesla, you might actually want to downgrade to an older model. I know it sounds a little crazy, but some slightly older Model 3s and even older Model S's and X's have some great features that you just cannot find on any new Tesla today. So in this video, I'm breaking down the top 8 features that you cannot find on any new Tesla today that really should be there. And also, if you've got an older Tesla, you might want to check for these things and see if you've got them, because they're actually really big upgrades compared to what Tesla is doing right now. Hopefully Tesla reverses course and adds these things back in, but maybe you just might want to go out and buy a used Tesla instead of buying new. And a big thanks to MAGBAK for sponsoring this video. They make a beautifully designed custom wireless charger made perfectly for your Tesla. I love this thing. I got to tell you all about it. More on that in a bit. Now, this first one here is a bit of a mixed bag because there is sort of some good stuff sprinkled in with some of the bad stuff here, and that really has to do with Autopilot and full self-driving. Many Tesla owners might not know that up until a few years ago, Autopilot was not a standard feature that you could find on all Teslas. It was something you actually had to pay extra for, and specifically with the launch of the Model 3, for example, a few years ago, basic Autopilot did not come standard with the car, and was, I think, about a $3,000 to $5,000-ish upgrade depending on your model. If you wanted auto steer and traffic or cruise control, which again is just like a standard feature on all Teslas, you had to pay extra for it just a couple of years ago. Of course, full self-driving was also available around this time for, I think, was it $7,000-ish, $8,000-ish $1,000? I mean, the full self-driving package price has changed so much over the last couple of months and years. I'm not exactly sure what it was when the Model 3 launched, but suffice it to say that there used to be different packages, and Autopilot was not standard. You actually had to pay for Autopilot if you wanted it with your Tesla. Now, one of the good things, sort of the silver lining in this weird Autopilot package system, was that there used to be this sweet spot, this perfect package that sat right in the middle between Autopilot and full self-driving, and that was enhanced Autopilot. This third option was sort of right in the middle, more expensive than basic Autopilot, but also cheaper than full self-driving, but really gave you a lot of the best features of FSD in sort of this middle ground package. This enhanced Autopilot package used to give you navigate on Autopilot. It'd give you auto lane change, auto park, summon. Basically, it gave you all the FSD features, but just not the city street driving. When you think of FSD today, you think of the FSD beta, you think of driving on city streets. That is still the FSD package as it is today, but a lot of people now, and even back then, didn't care about it, which is why Enhanced Autopilot was just perfect for so many people, and it was cheaper than FSD. Now, Tesla has removed Enhanced Autopilot and brought it back a number of different times. I even think that Tesla was bringing it back in China, or at least overseas somewhere. You might still even be able to buy it in Europe, but as of right now, it is not available in the US, and probably for good reason, because most people would probably buy Enhanced Autopilot instead of spending the money for full self-driving, even though now Autopilot is basically now standard with all new Teslas. The next feature here is one that I really miss, and I know a lot of people also miss as well, and one that used to actually come standard with all long-range or above Teslas. So if you bought a long-range or performance Model 3 or Model Y, I guess not Model Y, but Model 3, you used to get this, and that was Homelink. This is basically a smart garage door opener built right in and optimized for your Tesla. It worked literally right on the screen. And not only could you sort of open the garage door or close it with a tap, but it also not only integrated right into the system, but it could use GPS to automatically open and close the garage door based on where you were. So if you were sort of getting out in the morning to leave, it would sort of automatically open the garage door. When you were coming home, it would automatically open it as well based off of GPS. It was super cool. And again, it used to come standard with almost all Teslas. At least if you didn't get a standard range Model 3, you used to basically get it in your Tesla for free. So if you want to get Homelink on your Tesla, the first thing you got to do is jump onto the Tesla shop and buy the actual physical Homelink hardware from Tesla for $325. So not exactly cheap, but also not too bad depending on if you need this or not a lot and you're going to use it. So you buy it from Tesla, then you have to schedule an installation appointment. You cannot do it yourself. Tesla explicitly states you can't do it yourself, and you've either got to have a mobile tech come out and do it at your home, or you got to go to a service center to get it professionally installed by Tesla themselves. Two other small features, or not so small depending on your preference, that are no longer included on the Model 3 or Model Y are grocery hooks and passenger lumbar support in the passenger seat. Now, I had both of these on my Model 3 Standard Range Plus from 2019, and I can't speak to the passenger lumbar support and adjustment because I never really sat in the passenger seat, but my wife, I don't think, really even used it, so that wasn't really a big issue to me that they removed it, but I did use the grocery hooks all the time, and I don't really know why Tesla removed these. Basically, in older Model 3s, there were these little plastic hooks that could come up that you could use to throw bags or backpacks on. Takeout food was always my favorite, and basically would keep it from flying around the frunk by sort of hooking right onto the hook built right into the top of the frunk area. Again, it's a little thing. I know it's dumb. Most people don't care about it, but Tesla did remove it. And it's one of the things I really miss on my Model Y. It's a sort of a dumb thing. I'm sure there's like a bunch of alternatives on Amazon and other things you can get to sort of do the same thing. But it was nice that Tesla used to have that built in, but now it's no longer built in. So I miss my grocery hooks, but I think most people really find the lack of passenger lumbar adjustment really annoying. And yeah, not exactly sure why Tesla decided to remove it. Another thing that an older Tesla has that you just can't get on new Teslas. Now, before we continue, whether you've got an older Model 3 or a brand new Model Y, I want to show off an accessory that any Tesla owner is going to love, and that is this super sleek custom wireless charger specifically made for your Tesla, and it is of course made by this video's sponsor, MAGBAK. There's a lot to love about this wireless charger from MAGBAK, including the fact that it is custom made, custom designed for the simple, minimal interior of the Model 3 and Model Y. And thanks to the built-in 3M adhesive and the super long USB-C cable, it's going to easily install right in the corner of your main display, giving you full, unobstructed access to your Tesla display, so you still have full control over media, your car controls, all that stuff, but also puts your phone in the best spot possible. Way more useful than down below in the built-in wireless charger. This wireless charger is also harnessing the power of Apple's MagSafe technology. So if you've got a MagSafe iPhone or if you've got a MagSafe case like this one from the folks over at MagBack, which is actually a really nice case, the phone is just going to lock into place effortlessly and securely right here on the mount. And you can also mount it horizontally or vertically depending on how you like to view the content on your iPhone screen. It's also going to deliver 10 watts of Qi wireless charging to fast charge your phone. And for those who are curious, no, it's never once fallen off the charger thanks to sort of the power of MagSafe magnets. So if you guys want to learn more and pick up a MagBack wireless charger for your Tesla today, which I recommend you do, hit the link right down below to get started and learn more. Again, this is what I'm using in my Tesla every single day. I love the way this thing works. I love the way it looks. It is custom made to perfectly fit the simple, minimal interior of your Tesla, and it is so much better than the built-in wireless charging solution. And again, it's also better if you have an older Tesla that doesn't have a wireless charger. This is definitely the way to go from day one. So again, learn more and check it out for yourself today and pick one up for yourself and sort of upgrade your Tesla's wireless charging experience by hitting the link right down below. Now, one feature that is included now on all new Teslas that many owners don't really love is the pedestrian awareness speaker. This is the speaker that makes noise when Teslas back up. It's a regulatory thing. All cars have to have it, and Tesla did add them. I believe in 2019 or 2020, Tesla started adding these. I think it was 2019. Tesla started adding these to their cars. And yeah, some people loved them, especially when you could sort of play custom sounds on there and you could do it in drive. And now the usefulness of the pedestrian awareness speaker has been very, very limited in the US because of a lot of regulatory things. So you can really only use like its boombox feature and stuff in park. But a lot of people just hate it because it makes a really annoying noise. It sort of sounds like this like spaceship hovering around and it plays when you back up the car. It doesn't play at low speeds, just when you're backing up. But a lot of people hate this speaker. If you don't want a pedestrian awareness speaker, you're going to have to buy an older Tesla that doesn't have it on there at all. Now, one of the new additions on this list that makes older Teslas even better and that applies to all Teslas ordered before April 28th is that these now quote-unquote old Teslas include what new Teslas don't, and that is the mobile charging connector. This is sort of the way to charge your car, whether you're at home, whether you're anywhere near an outlet. Basically, one end connects to the car, the other end plugs into the wall, and you can sort of swap it out depending on the wall out you've got. And this was standard with all Teslas. That is, until Tesla made the decision to remove it from all orders. Now, I know this is very controversial in the world of Tesla because many people, myself included, think it's sort of ludicrous, as many new Tesla owners are also hand-in-hand new EV owners. They need a way to charge their car. It's like buying a new phone, for example, or at least getting a smartphone for the first time with a totally new connector and a new plug and having to buy that separately and not having included in the box. It's sort of crazy that Tesla doesn't do this, but that's one of the things they've decided to do. So one of the advantages of the older Teslas is that it does, of course, have it as standard, and newer Teslas do not have it. Now, a couple of things worth noting here is that Tesla has dropped the price on it down to $200. So if you do want to buy it separately, you now can. And Tesla has now added this as a sort of substantial part of the Tesla ordering process. So they will tell you that, hey, if you want to charge your car, you're going to have to buy one of these options, either the mobile connector or the wall connector. So Tesla has made it a little bit easier for new owners to make sure they get it when they get their car, but still sort of crazy now that this is a feature of older Teslas that they don't have now on newer cars. So if you do want the mobile charger, you're going to have to either buy it separately or buy an older car that has it when it came standard. Another really cool perk of older Teslas, especially older Model S's and X's, was free unlimited supercharging. Let me say that again. Older cars, their owners received free unlimited supercharging on any supercharger in the world. Now, for the road warriors out there watching this video and who do a lot of road trips, this is a really big deal. Or even those who just love freebies, this was a really big perk, especially as you got your first Tesla and you're sort of learning the system. Having free unlimited supercharging, super fast charging, was a really, really cool perk that a lot of owners used to enjoy. And of course, Tesla has put a kibosh on that a number of months ago. And now there is no more free unlimited supercharging unless you buy an older car that did have that included. It does live with the car. So if you bought a used Tesla, for example, that has free unlimited supercharging, you can still get it. But now on any new car, there is no longer any free unlimited supercharging for a couple of important reasons. One is that the supercharger network has sort of grown and evolved a lot since that point. So now there are superchargers everywhere. They're in a lot more demand because there are more Teslas on the road. So there's a reason Tesla isn't giving that free power out. And also, this was given out when it was just the Model S and Model X. So those cars are more expensive. So it was a nice little perk. Would be nice for Tesla to give this out today. Maybe it could be sort of a random perk or something, but one of those things that you just cannot get any longer on new cars. Even if you get a Model S or a Model X, a really expensive car, you're going to have to pay when you want to supercharge. Another perk that Tesla used to offer not too long ago was free premium connectivity. Now, there used to be cars that are still grandfathered into free unlimited data on their cars, especially if you have an S or an X, you can basically get free data for the life of your car. But Tesla was offering this for a while, basically sort of an unsaid, unspoken rule for a lot of people who bought Model 3s. And then a few months after those cars really sort of picked up production and many people got them, I think it was around 2019, 2020, Tesla again put the kibosh on that and started making you pay for premium connectivity, $9.99 a month or $100 a year. There also used to be a nice perk that if you bought a long-range or performance Tesla, you got 1 year of premium connectivity. So basically, your car's data plan was covered for a year if you got a long-range or performance model. Tesla, again, also stopped doing that. So no matter how much you spend for your Tesla, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, you only get premium connectivity for 1 month for free, and then you have to start paying. So again, another freebie of cars in years past that Tesla's no longer offering. If you want to do supercharge or if you want to have your data in your car, you're going to have to pay if you want to use those new perks. And I know I'm missing some other stuff, of course. I don't have time to go through every little change in this video, but the last one, of course, I really want to mention is that older Teslas have an inherent advantage, depending on the owner you ask, and that is that they use Tesla Radar's system instead of the new Tesla Vision system that is an all post-May 2021 Model 3 and Model Ys, and is on all new refreshed S's and X's. And basically, I'm not a genius here when it comes to this stuff, but the difference here is that Radar was using actual radar technology to do the steering and the tracking and all the autopilot and full self-driving system in the older cars, while Tesla Vision is relying just on cameras and computer machine learning and computer vision to do all the same stuff. And many believe that the radar sensors were better, more accurate, and less finicky than the new Vision system, which is a little quirky. It has some bugs and also doesn't work at 90 miles an hour, only works at 80 miles an hour, while Tesla Radar was working at those higher speeds. So I'm curious, guys, what are your thoughts on all this? If you own an older Tesla, did you realize your car had all these quirks and cool features that newer Teslas don't have? Do you think that newer Teslas have the advantage? What are your thoughts on all this? Do you think Tesla should bring some of these features back? What should they bring from older cars to newer cars? Do you think it makes sense to see enhanced autopilot as a new feature in 2022? And generally, what are your thoughts on Teslas today? Are they better than they were a couple of years ago? Do you think older cars are better? Certainly newer Teslas have advantages with build quality and AMD Ryzen processor and new battery packs and all that. All a lot of great advancements with newer cars, but the older models did have some cool stuff that you just can't find on newer Teslas today. So let me know your thoughts on this stuff all below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much as always. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.